A guest at the feast. There were no artists in Enniscorthy, but there were rumours, and the odd mention of a writer and a painter who had been born in the town and had left. My uncle had written poetry in both Irish and English, and he had died in his early 20s of tuberculosis. He was the youngest of my father's family and left behind an afterglow that was strong enough when I was growing up. He had died 15 years before I was born that I took his name as my confirmation name. He was the cleverest of them all, they said, and the funniest. My mother wrote poetry too in the years before her marriage. Some of the poems were published in the local paper, and one which she often quoted was reprinted in one of the Dublin papers. Others were published in a small, short-lived and cheaply printed periodical that my father also worked on. In the 1930s, each county had 2 or 3 university scholarships. My father studied at University College Dublin on one of these scholarships, having come first in the county, and returned then to the town to work as a teacher. My mother was 7 years younger. She saw him for the first time as he rode his bicycle past her mother's huckster shop on Court Street on his way to give a Latin grind to a woman called Nancy Connolly. Her father pointed him out, and she remembered going out to the footpath in front of the shop to look at him. She was 13 then, and within a year, on the death of her father, would leave school to go to work, and this would make her hungry all her life for books and learning, and impressed by anyone who had access to them. In 1946 she married him, the man on the bicycle who knew Latin.